I was 16, junior year of high school. Nothing special about the day, and that's the part that still messes with me. 9 periods. 5th was lunch. 6th was astronomy. Our astronomy class was held in the basement. 2 classrooms down there. That was it. The rest of the basement used to be janitorial storage before the school got overcrowded. They remodeled it just enough to look like a hallway, but it never stopped feeling wrong. No intercoms, no loudspeakers, which is why no classes were scheduled there during first period announcements. Everyone called it the chamber. It was colder, quieter, and honestly, easier classes. That day, we had a quiz. I finished early like always. I texted my friend JJ, who was in the other basement classroom, and told him to meet me in the bathroom. I was bored. He said okay. We were joking around in there when JJ checked his phone. Then his face changed. "Someone just texted me," he said. "They're saying the school's going into lockdown." We looked at each other and smiled. Neither teacher had seen us leave, which meant, technically, we had free range of the school. We decided to sneak upstairs just to look. Worst case, we'd say we couldn't hear the announcements in the basement. When we opened the door to the main floor, the hallway was pitch black. That's when it stopped being funny. During lockdowns, hallway lights were usually left on. These weren't. The only light came from the lobby doors far down the hall. JJ stepped out first. I followed. He squinted into the darkness and said, "Who's that?" At first, we thought it was a teacher. Then the man stepped closer. Wrong clothes, dirty, unkempt, not staff. "Let's go," I whispered. We turned and ran back down into the basement. The classroom doors were shut. Lights off. So we hid in the bathroom. I killed the light, and we crouched into the far stall. Total silence, no ventilation, no hum, nothing, just breathing, and the slow drip of a sink. The bathroom door opened, light poured in. Then it closed, footsteps slow, heavy. They stopped right outside our stall. Someone was breathing, deep, labored, like they'd been running. "JJ," whispered, and I still don't know why he did. "You'd have to crawl out through the other stalls." The whisper was loud enough. The breathing stopped. The stall door shook. That's when I whispered, "Go." We crawled under the divider. Then the next stall. Then the next dot behind us. The stall door exploded with banging. We bolted out, flung the door open, and the light revealed him. The same man from upstairs, standing in the corner. We ran. Jay's classroom door flew open, and the teacher dragged us inside and locked it. JJ told him everything, including that the man had a gun sticking out of his pocket. I'm a retired New Jersey police officer. 20 years on the force. Homicides, domestic calls, fatal accidents. But the most disturbing call I ever responded to didn't involve a body. It was a middle school lockdown. I won't say the name for legal reasons, but it happened on a stormy afternoon. Heavy rain, dark skies, the kind of day where everything already feels wrong. Dispatch called my unit number over the radio. Suspicious male, white van. Parked behind the school. Entered through the rear door by the boys' locker room. I was less than 3 minutes away. When I pulled into the back parking lot, the white van was there. Empty, doors locked. Trunk locked. That was the first red flag. I entered through the red rear door near the gym. Hallway. The lights inside the school were off, not dim. I unholstered my flashlight and started moving. When I reached the front lobby, a woman from the office quietly approached me, visibly shaking. She whispered, "Please, check the boys' locker room, but be careful. He might be armed." I radioed for backup. They were already en route. I went back the way I came. The boys' locker room. Door was right next to the exit. I pushed it open slowly. No windows. No light. Just darkness. The only illumination came from my flashlight beam. Cutting through rows of lockers, there was a constant white noise, ceiling vents pushing air, but underneath it, I heard something else. Faint scratching. Soft metallic. Ding-dot like something tapping lockers. From the inside. I was trained to announce myself, but I didn't. The tension in that room was unreal. I moved deeper in. Flashlight in one hand, gun in the other. And no matter where I stood, the sound seemed to come from the opposite side of the room. That's when a locker slammed shut somewhere behind me. I jumped hard. The sound came from the football locker area. Larger lockers, no divider between rooms. That's when I finally shouted, "Police." A voice answered. A kid. Muffled. Panicked. "Help." The pounding started again from inside a locker. When I realized what I was hearing, my stomach dropped. A boy was trapped inside. I told him to stay calm. Told him I'd be right back. Then I made the biggest mistake of my career. I ran outside. To the parking lot. The white van was gone. I never got the plate number. I radioed it in immediately. "Suspicious, white van. Be on the lookout," and ran back inside. I instructed the office to end the school day immediately and send someone with the locker room key. The boy was freed. Minutes later, he was 12, bleeding from his arm. The man had held a knife against his back, forcing him into the locker while trying to move him out to the van quietly. The boy fought back. That's what saved him. A week later, the van was found in a 7-Eleven parking lot. The man was arrested. But I still think about the locker room, about the darkness, about how close he was, and about how if I